Hi there, my name is Ora Flyer and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about Inery, the Inery blockchain, what Inery is. I'll also be talking about the team creating the magic at Inery, and also I'll be talking about why should you buy Inery, and also I'll be mentioning where you can buy the Inery from, the exchanges you can buy the Inery token from. So I'd like you to sit back, relax and grab your popcorn. Let's get right into it. Alright. Hi, welcome back. So in this video, I'll be showing you a demo of Inery blockchain, Inery database management solution, Inery, DB. In this video, you'll be understanding what Inery is all about. So first off, you need to go to www.inery.io, which I've actually just opened on my screen. On inery.io, you see first these tabs. First thing you see is the features. You say comparison. You say roadmap. You see the team behind Inery. You see the partners, strategic partners that Inery have actually, collaborated with over time, and the ones that Inery will be collaborating with in the future. And also you see the blog for you to learn more about Inery, how you can actually build on Inery, and also FAQs, those frequently asked questions that people have been asking over the years about Inery. And also you can also get in touch with Inery. You have an email, you have contact other contact resources for you to contact Inery. Now, careers, what are those opportunities in Inery? What are those internships? What are those job openings in Inery? You see it on the careers tab. And also the tools, what are those tools you can actually leverage on Inery? So let's continue. So Inery is basically a decentralized data management system. That's the Inery DB. It's actually powered by Inery Blockchain. So now you see an opportunity for you to join the Inery Discord. In the Inery Discord, you will be able to connect with like minds, people also building on Inery blockchain. So now, there's a fundamental question that's been asked over time. Why do we need a decentralized data management system? Now, that fundamental question people often ask, why do we need a decentralized data management system? Why not, build on our popular centralized data management system? What's that need for decentralized, storage solutions for our data? There's a need for you to understand that data security and online privacy is actually important, not just for individuals, but also corporations. With corporations, organizations can actually store their data in different nodes on the blockchain. That's what Inery DB, Inery decentralized database management solution helps you to do. And also we understand that 93% of people, of users, of developers, or founders, they would like to actually have control of their information. It's not enough for us to just have our information out there in centralized applications, centralized data management system. There's a need for us to have that control in our hands. That way, our data is not manipulated. That way, our data is not exploited. And that way, our data is not altered by people who have ulterior motives. So that's the way Inery DB helps us to ensure that we don't have our data out there in the open for ulterior motives. So now let's continue. A quantum leap, that is what Inery blockchain is focused upon. So now let's continue. Inery is what? A layer 1 blockchain that is designed to offer the solution of decentralized database management with its vision to what? To enable a new paradigm of data. First, what is even a layer 1 blockchain? A layer 1 blockchain is a blockchain that enables other people to build on it. Take, for example, Inery blockchain is a decentralized data management solution for people to, build their projects on it. So now, take, for example, you are building an NFT marketplace. So instead of you storing your users' data on centralized platforms, you can leverage on Inery blockchain for you to build whatever marketplaces, whatever dApps, whatever exchanges you are building. You can build it on Inery blockchain. It helps you and helps other businesses and helps other founders, other developers to have that foundation that seamlessly connects with not just applications, but systems and other layer 1 networks. So there's this interoperability that enables businesses, founders, developers, or other people building on the blockchain to interact with one another. That is why Inery is very, very amazing. You should build on Inery. So now, what is Inery DB? Let's talk about Inery DB. So Inery DB is one of the products of Inery. So now, Inery DB It integrates blockchain functionalities with distributed database management properties. Inery DB is a short form for Inery Database Management System. So Inery DB is what? It's built on a decentralized infrastructure. Amazing, right? Inery DB, it supports high throughput, low latency, and complex query search and owner control data assets. So with Inery DB, you have a firm control over your data. There is no person that is manipulating your data. That is pretty much amazing. So what are those features of Inery DB? One, the first one is decentralization. We don't have these things in Web2 and companies in Web2 projects. It's actually decentralized. And now it's also immutable. That is fantastic, right? So now there's a need for you to understand that Inery DB is also a distributed database. It's not a singular database that is prone to hacks, prone to threats, prone to cyber attacks. And also the last one, the most amazing, is it is controlled by the owner. All your data assets, all the weapons you won in this game competition, all the weapons you got from, all the assets, all the coins you earned from a game you played on the metaverse, it is actually controlled, it's actually managed on the Inery DB. That is really, really fantastic. So now Inery DB also allows developers and enterprises to also securely secure and store, access, manage, and deliver their data on a decentralized infrastructure. This also supports various industries. This is pretty much amazing. So now let's talk about how Inery compares to other database management solutions. Let's get into it. So now we're talking about how Inery DB compares with other database management solutions out there. So now we're comparing them in terms of system, immutability, multiple database support, and also decentralization, and now the speed and the front end and the program languages that are adapted. We'll actually get right into it. So now the first one we're comparing is BigChain DB, BigChain database. So BigChain database is actually powered by MongoDB. And now let's talk about the immutability. Yes, BigChain DB is actually immutable, yes. But now let's talk about the database. How many database support do they have? They do not have enough database support for people out there. So now decentralization, yes, actually built on a blockchain. Yes, now the speed, how fast is the BigChain DB? Yes, it's actually very, very limited by the Tendermint speed, which is actually not a very, very good one. So now the front end is, nice, it's really cool. Now, what are the program languages that are supported by BigChain DB? We do not have as sufficient enough for people to integrate other chains on that database. So now let's talk about Chainify DB. Yes, it actually provides blockchain layer. What about the immutability? No, it does. It's not actually very immutable. And now, what about the database support? Do they have enough database support for people using their platform? They do not have. Is it decentralized? No. The speed is not fast. It's not slow. It's pretty much just there. What about the front end? Yes, aesthetically pleasing, which is actually a very good one. What are the programming languages that are actually supported that people can actually integrate their across other chains? Do they have enough? No, they do not have. Let's talk about Modex. Yes, they provide a blockchain layer. Immutability, no. What about the multiple database support? Yes, they do have, which is actually a very, very good one. Decentralization, no. What about the speed? It's actually very, very limited by the Tendermint speed, which is actually a very, very sad one. Yes. The front end, oh no, it's not it at all. What are the programming languages that are supported? Not enough. Now let's talk about Inery DB, our fantastic Inery DB. Yes, the system is actually powered by Inery's blockchain. Immutability, yes, is very, very immutable. What are the multiple database support? Yes, Inery DB has a fantastic multiple database support. You can actually reach out to them via Twitter, via LinkedIn. You can actually send them an email, which is actually very, very fantastic for developers, for founders, for people to build and integrate whatever solutions they're building on that blockchain. Decentralization, yes. It's actually a very, very good one. What about the speed? Yes, Inery Blockchain, Inery DB is actually one of the fastest blockchain solutions out there. It's very, very fast. It's multiple index tables, very, very fast. What about the front end? Yes, nice web GUI, which is actually very, very fantastic. The programming language supported, they have a reasonable amount of programming languages that you can actually integrate whatever programming language your solution is actually built on. It's easy. It's actually very, very, very easy for you to integrate whatever your solution it is to Inery DB. Let's get right into the next thing. So now, you understand what Inery blockchain is all about. Like I said, it's a blockchain that is a layer 1 blockchain that also secures data sharing with not just security, but also with a nice speed, with a fantastic speed that helps people to build fantastically on the platform. Yes, it's actually very, very fantastic for cross-chain, for big data management and applications. And now your applications, they are made simpler because IneriDB is actually very, very fast. And also it can actually build your products, build your dApps, build whatever projects on it. And you can actually cross-chain across many blockchain out there. So now let's talk about the features of Inery blockchain. Yes, Inery blockchain is very, very scalable. It's actually one of the most scalable blockchains out there. It's a layer 1 blockchain solution that is built to facilitate scalable solutions. So you're building something on the metaverse, you're building a crypto exchange. Inery blockchain is actually a blockchain you should actually be integrating your dApp on. So now it's actually Sybil resistant. So now we have Sybil attacks that are used to attack the proof of stake consensus mechanism. But now with IneryDB, since we're leveraging on the POS consensus mechanism, it's easy for us as IneryDB to actually fight these attacks by people who want to hack into people's data. IneryDB is actually a fantastic way for you to integrate your solution on the platform. Now let's talk about how it being energy sufficient. Not many blockchains are energy sufficient out there. With Inery, because we use the proof of stake consensus mechanism, this happen is this: it helps us to reduce the amount of energy we consume for us to make our blockchain work. That is why you need Inery blockchain to build upon. Now, one fantastic thing that people like to build on Inery blockchain is the fact that it has low costs. Unlike many other blockchains out there, popular blockchains that when you want to send money, you want to transfer things, you want to transfer data assets, you want to transfer, your assets, you actually want a coin, you've actually, played the game on one blockchain, and you actually want to move it to another blockchain. It's actually very, very expensive to send it on across some blockchain. But with Inery blockchain, it's actually very, very, very cheap and affordable. So higher transaction speed, and not just higher transaction speed, there's this scalability. Because of all these features, it enables us to have a very, very low cost for transaction and also to process whatever data we're actually trying to send or whatever asset. And now it's also temper resistant because of information or data that are stored on the blockchain. Because of this information, with Inery blockchain, when you build an Inery blockchain, it's actually very, very easy for you to ensure that your information or your data, your assets, they are securely secured, because you cannot modify them, you cannot delete them, which is actually one fantastic reason you should be building on Inery blockchain. And now, high speed, like I mentioned, low cost, and I mentioned scalability. Now, one fantastic thing you need to build on IneryDB is the fact that it's very, very fast. Because of its high throughput and low latency, what this ensures is this: the transaction time you need to use to send something, the processing time, it has actually been reduced because of our high throughput and also the low latency. I think you should actually jump on the Inery blockchain right about now for you to build on Inery. So now, like I mentioned the key features earlier on, I think like you actually mentioned this briefly. With Inery blockchain, like many other blockchains that are centralized, decentralized, Inery blockchain is actually governed by DAO. With a DAO, everybody has an equal voting right. When you get your equal voting rights, you actually have a say in the Inery blockchain solution. You have a say in the Inery blockchain system. That way, the power resides in the people. It's truly decentralized. Everybody is an equal stakeholder with Inery blockchain. This is why you need to build on Inery blockchain. Let's continue right up. So now, I want to talk about how Inery compares with other blockchain. How do Inery blockchain compare with other blockchain? So now we compare Inery with popular blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polkadot. What are those things we are going to be basing this comparison on? The first one is transactional throughput. The next one is the block creation time. The third one is how energy sufficient is it? The next one is the number of validators needed to ensure that the blockchain moves seamlessly. The next one is the CBO protection. The next one is the safety threshold. Let's get right into it. With Bitcoin, you need 7 TPS to ensure a transitional throughput. Ethereum is an improvement on that, which is about 15 to 20 TPS. Polkadot, fantastic, 1,500 TPS. But Inery has 5,000 TPS, which is actually one fantastic reason you actually need to build on Inery blockchain. So now, how about the block transaction or block creation time rather? With Bitcoin, you need almost an hour, exactly an hour, for you to create a block on Bitcoin. This is 60 minutes. For Ethereum, an improvement from Bitcoin, which is 6 minutes. For Polkadot, it's actually 60 seconds. But with Inery, you need little less than 30 seconds for you to ensure that you can create a block on Inery blockchain, which is actually very fantastic. With that, you have your DApp moving fast. So now, energy sufficient. Bitcoin is not energy sufficient. Ethereum is not energy sufficient. Polkadot, an improvement on Bitcoin and Ethereum, is actually energy sufficient. But Inery also is energy sufficient. Now let's talk about the number of validators needed to ensure that our blockchain moves seamlessly. With Bitcoin, you need 3 poles. With Ethereum, you need 2 poles. With Polkadot, you need less than 200 poles for node relay chain. But with Inery, you need just 2 or 3 of the block producers, which is actually very, very seamless. It makes it easy and makes it fast for you to get the work done on Inery. Let's talk about civic protection. With Bitcoin, it uses proof of work, which is pretty much old school. With Ethereum, an improvement, proof of stake, yes. With Polkadot, proof of stake, yes. Now, with Inery, it has a proof of equal stake. Now, let's talk about the safety threshold. With Bitcoin, 51%, which is, just there. Ethereum, 51%, pretty much there. Polkadot is pretty poor compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin, 33%. But let's talk about Inery blockchain. Inery has 95% safety threshold because we need to ensure that the data and assets of our users, of our founders, of developers, of people building on Inery blockchain, they're equally really, really protected. That is why people, brands, enterprises, founders, developers, and people like you and I, we actually build on Inery blockchain. Let's continue right into it. So our CEO, this is our CEO. Our CEO is Dr. Navin Sai, is the Chief Executive Officer. Let me pretty much read this quote by a CEO. With Inery, our efforts are focused on envisioning a decentralized, secure, and environmentally sustainable architecture for database management. Inery enables an affordable and scalable solution that allows people to issue and control data assets to activate a new paradigm for data accessibility. For you to connect to our CEO, just click on this link. It lands to his Twitter page. For you to connect to the CEO, click on his LinkedIn, this page. It lands to his LinkedIn page. You can actually follow him, get insights on blockchain, get insights on Inery, get to be in the know about what we're building in Inery blockchain, and pretty much that you will, get all the information you need, all the scoops you need, and all the insights you need to get into trading the Inery token and get to make money from the Inery blockchain too. So now, what are the use cases of Inery blockchain? Now we talked about Inery, we talked about how it compares with others. Now let's talk about what you can actually use Inery for. Are you a developer? Are you a founder? Are you someone's looking for a co-founder to build on an idea? So let me tell you what you can actually use Inery blockchain for. So enterprises and governments, with the rise of a new economy, there's a need for government to integrate with Inery blockchain. That way, they can actually store the data of their citizens. That way, they can actually leverage on it for voting purposes, e-voting. That way, you can actually have a database of people within your territorial jurisdiction. That is what Inery can actually help businesses and organizations and governments, most especially, to achieve. So now, what about financial institutions? What about fintechs? What about banks? What about people working within the money sector? With Inery blockchain, we can actually help you to store your financial data, help you to store inventory of your customer data. That is actually one reason why you need to build on Inery. So now let's talk about GameFi. With GameFi, people who are building gaming applications on Inery can actually store their data, store whatever assets they've won, store whatever tokens or coins they've actually won when playing a game. Inery helps you to securely store this data, and you can actually build on from there. You can actually not just leverage on that game. You can actually use those data, those assets. You can actually take it cross-chain to another blockchain. With Inery, that is actually very, very possible. What about healthcare? with healthcare, Inery is actually the future of healthcare. With Inery, people can actually, people working in the healthcare sector, they can actually build on Inery to get health data of their of patients or people who are working, people who are patients and people who are actually using the healthcare facility. So let's continue right up. So now, what are the roadmap for Inery from when we started? We started in 2020, Q1 2020. What are the roadmap 2020, Q1 2020, Q2 2020? So that is, you can actually access that on our website. You can actually understand this on our website. So now, what about the core team? Who are the people creating magic on Inery? Who are the people, ensuring that Inery is Inery? Who are the people making sure that, okay, Inery is the future of internet? Inery is. So now, the first person you need to know is our chairman. Our chairman is Simon Murray, CBE. For you to understand more about our chairman, there's a need for you to click this link and it lands to his Wikipedia page for you to learn more. He's actually one of the people creating magic with Inery Blockchain. So the next one is our Chief Executive Officer. I've actually mentioned him earlier, Dr. Navisai. You can actually connect with him on Twitter and LinkedIn. The next one is our Chief Technical Officer, like our CTO. His name is the co-founder too, is Ivan Vujic. Yes, you can actually connect with him via Twitter and LinkedIn. So next one is our Chief Research Officer, Karanvir Sai, is our CRO. Connect with him on LinkedIn for you to connect and actually build and learn more about what things we're actually building, what things we're actually exploring on Inery. So next one is our Director of Marketing and PR, Miss Tijana D. Gatner. You can connect with her on LinkedIn. Next up is our Chief Marketing Officer, people creating, putting out the brand out there, Mr. Vincent Alwick, which is our CMO. Connect with him on Twitter by clicking this link and connect with him on LinkedIn by tweeting and clicking this link. So now, these are our advisors. The principal advisor, Mr. Sadvi Chail. Next one is Mr. David Monroe Anderson. Our marketing advisor, Balisai. And now our advisor, Chief Obina Iyeebu. You can connect with him on LinkedIn. So next one is our legal advisor, Mr. Mohammed Danish. Connect with him on LinkedIn and Twitter. Mr. Stefan Oxner is our advisor too. Mr. Paul Taylor, an advisor. Connect with him on LinkedIn. We have our head of blockchain development, Mr. Milan Gojkovic. Dennis Schneider, community manager. Sarabhark Agrawal, our head of operations in India. And also our outreach manager, Adina Ayman. And also, lastly, we have our research lead, Mr. Thor Schutz. Connect with him and you actually, get to learn more about Inery. Connect with them across Twitter and LinkedIn for you to connect with the amazing things, events we currently working on, events we're currently attending. We're talking about blockchain and a whole host of other things. So who are our strategic partners? We have, the first one is Bharat Electronics. We have NextBlock. When you click on these links, it lands to their websites. So we also have Adavas, people actually, creating magic with us, people actually collaborating with us to create, seamless blockchain solutions that help people, help enterprises, help brands to actually build whatever magic things they actually want to build. So now we have BCs backing us. The first one is Nebulos Holdings, AG. We have Kaplan Point. We have Menas Global. We have First Media Advance. We have Zazen and Switzerland. We have GEM, which is acronym for Global Emerging Markets. We have Truth Ventures. We have Metaverse. These are the amazing people, amazing brands supporting what we're building at Inery. So where have we been featured on? We've featured on Forbes, Cointelegraph. When you click on this link, it lands straight up to that URL of being featured on these platforms. We have investing.com, we have Benzinga, we have Crypto Daily, and a whole lot of amazing platforms that we've actually been featured on. So now, what are the frequently asked questions? Like I explained earlier, what is Inery? We understand what Inery is, I suppose, yes. So now, how is it different from other traditional distributed databases? We actually talk about that briefly the other time. So next one is, what is Inery Blockchain? We actually understood that the other time. So now, what are the use cases of Inery? We mentioned that. What are those common questions that people tend to ask? And now, this is what I also want to explain. What are the total supply of Inery token? Yes, The Inery token has 800 million tokens out there. So for you to buy Inery token, there's a need for you to visit some crypto exchanges that I'll get right into it in a bit. So now what's the governance model for Inery? Basically, like I mentioned, I said Inery is built and governed by the community of Inery holders. If you own Inery, you're a member of the DAO. This gives them the right to vote, and also not just vote, you can also introduce governance proposals that are pertaining to upgrades in the Inery ecosystem. So if you have an Inery token, you are an equal stakeholder, just like the founder, just like the CEO, just like the chairman, for you to make decisions, for you to propose things that will actually help Inery to be better than this, to be bigger than this, to actually connect with more people. You have that voting right to ensure that you can actually create magic with the Inery team. So now, for you to get involved with Inery, what you need to do is just put in your email here. Your email, like for me, you can just put my email and I just click. When I put my email, I just click on subscribe. So you want to connect with us. First off, you can actually connect with us on Twitter, which is twitter.com/Inery Blockchain. Also, you can connect with us on Telegram. We have 2 Telegram channels. The first one is a Telegram community where people can actually connect with like minds, connect with one another. So we also have another Telegram channel where we drop announcements, drop events we're attending, events we're speaking at. That is the second. That is Inery channel. So the next one is LinkedIn. You can connect with us on LinkedIn. LinkedIn.com/company/Inery-blockchain. Connect with us on LinkedIn. You can also connect with us on Discord. Discord.gg/Inery/. Yes, connect with us on Discord. Discord.gg.Inery. So you can also connect with us on Reddit. Reddit.com/Inery. Yes, connect with us on Instagram. Are you someone who loves visual elements? Want to watch videos on Inery, what we're working on? You want to see pictures of events we're attending? You can actually connect with us on Instagram. Yes, you can actually follow us on YouTube. Follow and subscribe. Watch the latest videos on YouTube. Watch what we're building. Watch what we're doing currently. Watch events we're currently speaking on. Watch disruptions we're currently making in blockchain ecosystem. Yes, you can connect with us on YouTube. Follow us and subscribe. Yes, on Medium, we also drop blogs, drop information, drop insights, drop things that will enable you to understand what we are currently building on Inery. You can actually follow us on Medium, which is medium.com/Inery.blockchain, which is actually one way you can actually connect with us. So let's talk about the exchanges where you can buy Inery. You can buy the Inery token on exchanges such as Bitmart.com and OB. Bitmart is BITMART, and OB, which is HUOBI. You could just put these platforms on Google and just search for the Inery token. You can actually get Inery for you to buy. That's where you can buy the Inery token. Inery's token is currently selling for about $0.14 dollars right now. It's actually very, very affordable, very, very cheap now. So we're heading for higher sums very soon. So there's a need for you to buy now when you're currently now in the bear market, which is actually the best time for you to buy. So jump right into the Inery thing and build with us, connect with us, and be part of this disruption into the blockchain system. And if you're building something amazing in Inery, you're building something amazing in the NFT system, you're building something amazing in the metaverse ecosystem, building something amazing in the blockchain or cryptocurrency ecosystem, there's a need for you to integrate Inery into your solutions. So I'll see you in the next video. Pretty much that. Stay good, stay safe, and peace out. I remain Orafalayan, your host. Peace.